Welcome to Urban Talks with Anthony. Today we're going to be having an insightful conversation. If you're new to the channel, please tune in. We make mental health content and conversations that's going to be able to benefit your personal development in addition to your well-being, right? But in today's conversation, we're going to be talking about exploring personal identity and understanding and embracing who you truly are. I find that this video is going to be beneficial because we're all unique, we're all different, and we all went through different trials and tribulations that really make us who we really are, right? And I also want to highlight some key components that impact our impairment when it comes to our well-being, such as societal expectations, external expectations, and that really give us a cloudiness of not really getting to where we need to be when it comes to our personal identity. I find that I've been saying this for years prior, even going through that pandemic situation, that we're dealing with the identity crisis, right? Where people are just being a follower, not really being a leader, not really trying to do their personal developmental work of really finding who they truly are. And I really want you to find who you truly are, because you have something unique inside you. You have something great inside you, and I need you to do some research. I need you to do some evaluations. I need you to progress so you're able to really get to where you need to be. You're great. You will get there. But in today's video, we're going to tune in and give you guys some great strategies so you're able to get some understanding and that awareness, right? So just diving right into our discussion of what is personal identity. Let's talk about it. So what exactly is personal identity? It is essentially the way that we see ourselves, our values, our belief, our culture, interests, and our sense of life purpose. Like I said, everybody's purpose is different. You was put here for a specific reason. They was put here for a specific reason, X, Y, and Z, and it continues, right? But let's focus on who you, right? So it's made up of roles that we play, such as a friend, partner, student, that attributes to, essentially defines us, like being creative, empathetic, and adventurous, right? So everybody's unique in their own way, and they have different creative abilities that essentially make who they are, right, in their interests. So when it comes to research, studies show that a strong sense of personal identity leads to greater life satisfaction, while feeling confused and disconnected can lead to stress and uncertainty. So I don't want you to be stagnant. I do not want you to be stuck. I want you to be prospering, moving, thriving. You feel me? So let's just be more authentic. Let's love who we are. Let's give ourselves the positive affirmations that we need so we're able to navigate through. So that essentially is what our personal identity is, and let's get more into it. So the importance of exploring personal identity is really crucial because it gives us the understanding of who we really are, which helps us to make better decisions. It sets meaningful goals and builds a stronger relationships that are more authentic when it comes to our relationships, right? So when we know our core values, you can make decisions and make these choices that align to your true self, leading to a greater fulfillment, right? So you're doing things that are more aligned to you. It feels right. It's more authentic, and you know who you are, you know where you want to be, and this is really what is going to help you navigate through, right? So when it comes to research also includes that, according to psychologists, individuals feel clear about their identity more likely than to experience high self-esteem and less anxiety. So those that are being true to themselves are going to feel more confident. They feel loved, they feel embraced, and all those things are going to keep their mind at a higher level than someone else that is keep it real with you, being a follower, which you're going to have lower self-esteem and you're going to have anxiety when it comes to that too. So I want you to take that into consideration. Be who you truly are. Next, I want to dive into the journey of self-discovery. Let me just start off with saying this. Good things take time. Good things take time. Things that happen quickly could be luck, could be great. You know what I mean? But at the same time, too, I really want us to take in consideration that this process of self-discovery is not an overnight thing. It's not a one-time event, and it definitely takes time. So in your journey, I want you to do some self-reflection. Try new things and step outside of your comfort zone. This is going to help you give yourself that more discovery of who you really are. And as you're doing that, I want you guys to look at some things that shape your journey by your values, right? So looking at your value systems, what do you care about, right? Think about family, think about creativity, think about success, think about where you're trying to go. Think about all these values, right? Think about your passions. What excites you? What activities lose track over time? I really, truly agree that when you're truly having fun, you're not even thinking about the time. So think about a job, or think about a career, think about something that you truly enjoy that is tied to your passion. And when you're doing something that's tied to your passion, it feels endless. It feels you love it. This is the essence of who you are. So try to find things that are tied to who you are and be authentic with it. Be true to yourself, right? So identifying strengths and weaknesses is essential as well. So knowing what you're good at and knowing what challenges you and knowing what helps you grow is essential as well. So you're able to improve. The next, I want to talk about how personal identity shapes your life. This is big because this is why we have this conversation. I want your life to improve. So personal identity affects so much more than what we, see in ourselves. It impacts how we interact with others, how we, handle challenges and situations, and even finding our purpose in life, right? So for example, if your identity is kind of drawn towards your value system of creativity, you may be drawn to artistic professions or hobbies that give you joy and that fulfillment, right? Another example is if your identity is strongly tied to, cultural heritage, staying connected to those roots can help you, build and maintain that belonging and that pride, right? I really want you to take that into consideration. And I want you also that would help as well, is doing the research, right? Not just seeing what the social media and these pictures and all these different stuff is going to do for you, but really doing the research. And when you do the research and you're getting educational, you're getting professional research, it's going to really help you understand things more clearly and giving you some information that you may not have known previously. So do some of the work. It's going to help you in the long run. When it comes to studies, it shows that people who have a strong sense of identity tend to have more fulfilling careers, healthier relationships, and even better mental health. So when you're doing things that are tied to who you truly are, you're looking at your value systems, you're looking at who you are and where you're trying to go, and you're finding that cohesion, you're trying to put things together, things are going to work right. Things are going to get better. The next, I want to talk about some challenges in discovering who you are. Like I said, this is going to be a journey. Things are not going to just happen off a snap of a finger or within the next day. Things take time, and through this can be a challenge, right? So understanding and accepting who you truly are in this world that we live in can be a challenge. It could be, uncomfortable, especially when it comes to external pressures such as societal expectations, and even, like I said earlier, that social media that can, cloud our sense of self. This is major because I want us to understand that we're not supposed to be a follower just because entertainers have their stuff got going on. Everybody has their own life got going on. We bleed like they bleed. They're people. We all people. But I want you to understand the essence of who you truly are, because you have a gift. You have something that's embedded into you. And when you do the inner work, it will be revealed. And they're no better than us. People that just because they have more money than us, just because they have more materialistic stuff, does not mean that anybody's better than you, right? But I want you to really understand the discovery work behind it. You'll never know if you don't do the work, right? So put the social media down, have these breaks, have this awareness, do the self-reflecting, speak positivity into your life, the positive affirmations, really love yourself, the compassion, all those type of things will help you embrace yourself. That will give you the confidence that you need, right? And I'll say it again, no one else out there is more special than you, right? So I really want you to look into the mirror and speak this grace over your life, because you are truly a special person. You know what I mean? And you're a blessed one as well, right? But let's dive back into some challenges I want you to identify, right? So peer pressure or societal norms that can make us feel uncertain, and that can essentially mold us into that way, right? Next is going to be about life or events, the trauma that make it hard for us to reconnect to ourselves. It's understandable that we're going to undergo some challenges in our life, but we also got to realize that it's okay to be uncertain. Identity evolves over time, and that's a part of the beauty when it comes to the process. We get to see the change, we get to level up. And that's why I always advocate for journaling, right? So writing things down so you're able to see the progress over time. And even doing the mindfulness, so the breathing activities, the meditation, all these type of stuff going to keep us grounded. But like I said earlier, there's some challenges out there, but there's certain ways to avoid by having that proper awareness. The next I want to talk to you guys about embracing your true self identity, right? And that entails with, basically some practice tips I'm going to be able to provide with you, such as practicing, like I said earlier, self-compassion. It's important to treat yourself with kindness, especially when you're facing setbacks and you're having that self-sabotage when them doubts do come. So embracing your imperfections is a part of the unique journey, right? The next is going to be set boundaries. This is essential. It's important to learn how to say no to things that don't align to your values, right? Or your true self. So protect your time, protect your energy, so you focus on things that are truly important to you and things that matter to you. The next tip is going to be surrounding yourself with support. So building a support system for people that are going to be able to celebrate your growth, your progress. And it truly does make the difference when you're feeling like validated or misunderstood. You know what I mean? So when you're finding yourself stressed out, having someone to help you feel motivated, or embracing yourself, or even just holding up the plaque or holding up a mirror of towards you, is really going to allow you to really get where you need to be as well. We all need support. We all need a hand sometimes, you know what I mean? So making sure that you're putting yourself around productive people, positive people that are going to be able to help you get where you need to be. And I really want to highlight this because going through the school systems, I got to mention this, right? So if you're hanging around people that are bullying, talking down, negative, you know what I mean? You really want to distance yourself from that, because it's not going to really give you or get you where you need to be. And also too, is limiting your potential, right? So get yourself around people that's going to embrace you and really love you and really, you know what I mean? Embrace who you truly are. You know what I mean? That's your authentic self. So love that. The next segment I want to talk to you guys about is how embracing your identity improves life satisfaction. Embracing who you truly are is and has a powerful impact over your overall well-being and life satisfaction. So like I said, this is important because I mentioned earlier when we dive into the video, personal identity is a crisis that we're going through. People don't know who they are. They're following the flock. We're having less leaders out here that are really being who they are, right? We're all destined for greatness. We all have something that's embedded in us, and it is our responsibility to find that. And if we want to have a good life, if we want to have a good well-being and life satisfaction overall, we need to do this inner work, right? So when we feel life authentically, we feel more aligned with our purpose and less likely to experience feelings of emptiness and frustration. So when it comes to studies, embracing who we truly are and our identity can improve our mental health, reduce anxiety, and lead to stronger and more fulfilling relationships. So if you're out there, you want to have a good relationships, you desire to have all these great things, it comes within, right? It starts within, it starts with the inner, right? So making sure that we're doing things that are in alignment to who we truly are. We're looking at our core values and we sprinkling positivity over that, because that's what we want. We want things to be in a positive alignment for us, right? So take that into consideration, please. The last thing I want you guys to take in consideration is going to be these practical tips that are going to be able to help you embrace your true identity. So if you made it to this point, take these tips, run with it, so you're able to have a fulfilling life for yourself. So the tip number one we're going to talk about is, number one, reflect regularly, right? So doing that inner reflecting work, the self-reflection in journaling, meditation, these things are going to help you get awareness, but also at the same time to have more understanding of your thoughts and your feelings to connect with your inner self, right? Number two is going to be explore new activities, right? So you're not going to be able to know who you are and get that discovery if you don't explore and get out of your comfort zone. Change it up, right? So trying new things can help you discover who you truly are and what excites you as well, right? Number three, let's dive into embracing your strengths and your weaknesses. Right. So accept it's okay to be, it's okay not to have things perfect. It's okay not to be perfect, right? You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your good days, you're going to have your bad days. It's going to be pros, it's going to be cons, right? So embracing your strengths and trying to find ways to improve the weaknesses, right? That's all we can do, right? And like I said, we're not made to be perfect, we're made to improve. The next is gonna be set boundaries. So protect your time, your energy from people and situations that drain you, that have nothing to do with you, that's negative, that's gonna, it's taking the essence of who you truly are. So stay away from that. So set them boundaries. No means no, right? So stand on that. The last one is gonna be celebrate your uniqueness, right? So take pride in what makes you different. what makes you happy. And this is really what's gonna where the power lies. You know what I mean? It lies within. So when you're doing these proactive things, it's going to be able to help you maintain and embracing your self identity, which is crucial. So you're able to have a life of fulfillment, which, excuse me, you're destined for, you deserve. And like I said earlier, you was put here for a specific reason. And by doing all these proactive things, it's going to help you find who you are and living in your true authentic self. So please tune into me on the next one. Send you love, send you blessings. And like I said, when you open that gift, it's a blessing. This is really truly who you are. And being your true authentic self is going to help others really embrace who they truly are too in their own discovery. But like I said, see you on the next one. Take it easy.